Hi guys, my name is Anil from BloggersPassion.com. BloggersPassion is a blog where you can learn a lot about blogging, SEO, and affiliate marketing related topics. I started BloggersPassion in 2010, so you should subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to earn more money or want to gain more traffic to your blog. And in today's video intro series, we have Swadhin Agrawal from DigitalGyd. It's digitalgyd.com, who is a blogger, affiliate marketer, and a great content marketer. So we will try to learn some knowledge from Swadhin about blogging and content marketing related topics. So first of all, thanks a lot, Swadhin, for accepting my invitation to join our YouTube channel. So first of all, can you just briefly introduce you to our community, basically?
Yes. First off, thank you, Anil, for having me here. It's great to be talking to your community, talking to your bloggers, sharing my feelings. I'm Swadhin Agrawal. I'm the founder of DigitalGyd.com. It's DigitalGyd, as you said. We teach people how to blog and how to grow their blog successfully.
So first question, so can you just tell us like why you get into blogging and what motivates to join, or you can say what motivates to take blogging as a full-time career?
When I started blogging, like back in 2012, 2013, I had no idea about blogging. I had a job, I had a graduation degree, but I was not allowed to go into a job as a regular traditional family. So I sat there in home researching ways, looking for income, and then I found we can freelance write online. That's when something clicked on me, and I searched a website where they told you have to have a website as a portfolio for your writing career. So that's what clients are going to look into and give you job. So I started a website that way as a portfolio, but gradually started sharing about how to manage a website, how to learn whatever I learned. I shared there as a journal. Slowly and gradually, it became a blog helping bloggers how to manage a blog, and I transitioned from a freelance blogger to a full-time blogger.
Okay, coming to the blogs, I think you own multiple blogs. And so how you make a selection about a blog, like on which topic you should start a blog? So what's the process behind that?
For niche selection, my first blog was an accidental blog, so I didn't have to select a niche. The niche came gradually with it. But now when I know everything ins and outs of blogging, while choosing niche, I choose the field where I'm passionate about and where I have some idea or some experience about. Without having experience, you can't guide others online through your website. You can write once or twice or a month or two, but down the line, 4 or 5 years, you can't manage it. So you have to have some knowledge about it. And secondly, just having knowledge and passion about a field and driving into it isn't profitable. At the final stage, we are running everything for money. So I think you have to look at the monetary benefits also. Is there affiliate programs, or is there some benefits like if you are not into affiliate marketing, you can look into ads. Like recently we have ventured into regional blogging, like Hindi blogging. Their affiliate marketing doesn't work that well. So it is my blogs are monetized through ads. You have to be very conscious while choosing a niche where it has to have an amalgamation of both, like your passion, your knowledge, and the monetary profitability of the niche.
Okay, so
Yes.
so far we have talked about like how you make the selection about a niche for the blog. So now comes about the topics, like when you make decision about which topics to write on. So how you make that decision? Like, do you use any keyword research? So what is the whole process that you use before making decision about any particular topic for any of your blog?
Yeah. For my blogs, I usually do keyword. When I started, I didn't do keyword research, but keyword is very important. And these days, I do keyword research. My favorite tool is Ahrefs. You can get various things throughout the about the keyword there, and I think it strikes a chord. It has so much of information. It has people also ask for section that you can use to get questions that can be used as a FAQ section or LSI keywords. I also use Ahrefs Content Explorer to find new topics or topics that are already getting very popular or getting much shares, so that we can have that through our editorial calendar. Another thing is I look towards the trending problems like or trending topics through Google Trends and see if that can be incorporated through like if not as a separate post, taking that as an angle to the content, and I post that type of content through the blog.
Okay, coming to the next question, Swadhin, I have been to your blog multiple times, and I have been a big fan of your content writing skills. So, can you share some tips for beginners, like how they should write their contents, like how they can make it more optimized for users and for Google bots?
Yes, for newbies, what I recommend as the top priority in content writing is content research. Most newbies don't do content research. When I look at a newbie site or when we hire new writers in our team, the first thing I see is they write very over the top. Uh, it's like they didn't put any effort into content, and that is what shows to Google. That is what shows to users, and it decreases your credibility. That is why I would recommend you do research, you add statistics, you add charts, and you add studies from other blogs, or you can if you have a Facebook group. If you don't have a Facebook group, go to someone else for Facebook group, conduct a poll, use that screenshot or use that outcome in your content. People will tell that you have put some effort in your content. Second thing is, don't write just for conversions, or don't write just for getting the sales. Your copy shouldn't be salesy, right? Naturally, if you have any issues with the product, tell the reader that there is a issue in the product. Don't recommend them just for the affiliate income. That is what I think affects more in the content copy. Yes.
Okay. Coming to the next question. So we have been hearing a lot about writing 10x content. So what is the meaning of 10x content and how that content can be created? So what is the thought process behind that?
For me, 10x content is a content that has better presentation, better UX, and has more in-depth knowledge about a topic, whatever you are writing on it. It can be, you can consider it as a pillar pitch, you can consider it as a hub or anything. But whenever you're writing on a topic, it's not actually a hub. Hub is a different concept, and 10x content is a different concept. But the presentation of the content structure is similar to that. So for 10x content, you need to write better than all your top competitors ranking on the SERPs. You need to have a better UX. You can use custom elements. You can use page builders. You can hire someone to do design. One example that I would like to give you for 10x content is Brian Dean's content. If you see Backlink's content, he has a for in-depth guide for his all ultimate guide, may that be Rank Brain guide or Backlinks guide. He has a unique structure that is already adopted by many. Even I adopted it on my blogs. So that shows that your content is unique. Your content is in-depth. He covers everything about the topic. Plus, it gives a better UX, breaking it into chapters, using table of contents, and having an FAQ section. These all things make total combined towards a 10x content.
Okay, great. Coming to the next question. So, how you market your blog? Do you build any kind of backlinks, or is there any specific strategy you use to promote your blogs and individual posts?
Blog marketing, I'm venturing into personal branding, because personal branding is very much going to be big in 2019 and beyond. But besides that, you have to build links. Links are like the top 2 ranking factors. We use guest posts as our link building strategy. Expert roundups, participating in expert roundups. There also you need personal branding, and luckily it has, since I've been blogging for like 6 to 7 years, we have that leverage of personal branding for expert roundups. And Harrow is one thing where I think I have seen some success. Subscribing to Harrow and replying to the queries of journalists help you land links on top blogs. Like we have a link from ShareList that is having a DR 87 or something. We have a link from HubSpot. So yes, backlinks are important, and you need to work out on what works for you. You can do outreach, you can use Harrow, and just invest your time, invest your effort in that one technique, in one campaign, and you will see results.
Okay, sure. So coming to the next question. So it's about conversion optimization. I have been into a blog for lots of time, and I think we have talked a lot as well about these things, like how we can do better with the conversions. So, looking at any post, like that could be any review post or any comparison post or any how-tos. So, what is the process, or what are the top three things you do to improve the conversions on any specific content type? That can be any. So, you can take any example. That can be any review or any comparisons or any general guide.
Okay, let me take example of review posts. Since these are money pages, I hope it will help your audience to optimize their pages. First thing that that is a must for my review pages is a good UX, like having a review summary at the top, showing your star ratings, and just summary of the pros and cons, and a call to action button. No one has time to go and read throughout your blog post, and get people are like they want to scan the topic and get the results. So having that on the top helps you increase your conversion. Throughout your blog post you can use quotes from experts using that tool. Like if you are using get response, you can see testimonials from Neil Patel on their blog. You can use that. It will help you increase your conversions throughout your blog, throughout that review article. Second thing is honesty. I think you need to be honest. Like I said before, when you are recommending a product, no product is perfect. You need to say what are the demerits of that product in a subtle manner. You don't need to lie about a thing, but you don't need to hide about that thing also. So in a subtle manner, you tell them the demerits, tell them how to overcome. If they want to use that tool, they can overcome. Like suppose Grammarly didn't have Google Docs support back then. So when I used to when I used this as a con, I used to say I copy everything in a Google Doc and check it. I write it on Google Docs and copy that and add it to Microsoft Word, and there Grammarly add-in checks the issues in it. So if someone is a die-hard user of Google Docs, he can still use Grammarly by this Microsoft Word hack. So yes, that way people, it will boost credibility. Like you are not hiding, you are not becoming salesy. Another thing is, I think, storytelling. One thing I took long to discover is my story. My story is like, I'm a creative person. I don't have much technical experience. So when I write something like a review of WPX hosting, I say that I mentioned there that since I am a creative person, I don't have a time, or I don't have the knowledge to leverage technical things throughout I rely on someone, a premium hosting, that does it everything for me, so that I can focus on my business. This story connects with the readers because most bloggers don't want to mess throughout the hosting hassles. So yes, it helps in conversion.
Okay, sure. Coming to the next question, I think that's a very important question for lots of people. Lots of people come with the questions like they're not getting traffic, or their rankings are stuck on second page. Maybe like they're ranking on 11, 12, or maybe somewhere in second page. So if you are on the same situation, if your keywords are on the second page, so how you go about improving their rankings? Like, is there any process or any checklist you have so that you can improve its ranking further? So can you just share some tips about the same?
Yes, for second page ranking, we have a section in our SOP, standard operating procedure, where we, if something is stuck for a long time, we review that page, add some more content, go to Google Search Console and find the keyword that it is having most impressions for, and add that maybe naturally, or you can add a FAQ section, or just like LSI keywords, sprinkle them without coming off as keyword stuffing. Second thing we do is give it links. Internal links are like backlinks from your own blog to your own blog. So if something is important and it is stuck on the second page, I try to link it through our other important pages that are already ranking well. This helps pass the link juice towards that page, and also tells Google that this is an important page in the site architecture. Second thing, if not in the second page, but if it is in the first page and lower ranking, like 8, 9, or 10 positions, one important thing that I do, and I think everybody else should do, is experimenting with meta titles and meta tags. Your page titles are very important, and they help you boost CTR. Like Brian Dean has often said it. I usually follow his videos, and yes, you need to experiment. Like one hack is go to Google Search Console, find the keywords that are having that your blog post is having most impressions for. That means, and that you don't have in your title. That means people are searching for that key query, and your blog is appearing, but it doesn't show up on Google. That query itself doesn't show up on your snippet, neither on your page title nor on your meta description. So you can add it on the meta description, or you can add it on your page title. Like if you have a on-page SEO techniques and you are also ranking for SEO checklist, you need to go back to your post and add SEO checklist somewhere in the page, so that when it appears on the SERPs on 8, 9 or 10 position, someone might click and it will Google will know that, and it will slowly and gradually increase its position. This experiment also was done by, I think, Nathan Gotch of Gotch SEO, and yes, it works. I also experimented it. It works.
Okay, I think you have already talked about few things about improving CTR. So my question is again coming to the CTR. Like if you are getting the impression for any keyword, but the CTR is very low. So how you go about improving the CTR for those keywords in Google search?
For those keywords, I try to have, if it is a review or money page, I try to have, I double check if there is schema ratings, because they help in boosting the CTR. Second is I try to experiment with their meta description and page title. As I said, that is what helps. I like to spend 8 to 10 hours sometimes getting the perfect copy, getting the perfect. You need to, sometimes a single letter. If you write a single letter more in your meta description, it results in a honky description or honky viewing. Like either it will be cut short, or Google will not pick that up. So you have to be very careful, and you have to experiment to get your correct meta description and meta page title. Second thing is you need to optimize your content structure also. Like we were talking the other day, and you gave me a good hint about a blog post that I had various bullet points and different H2 and H3 architecture. And when I optimized it, I got the feature snippet for that post. So yes, you need to do everything, and that feature snippet will help you boost your CTR. Or maybe you don't need CTR because you are in the feature snippet. So yes, experimenting with page title, content structure, and schema ratings will help.
Okay, now comes to the money part. How you are monetizing your blog. So can you share the top 3 ways using which you are making money from your blogs? Maybe we can talk about DigitalGyd.com, basically how you are making money from DigitalGyd.com.
I think top 3 ways. I think my top way is and the only way is affiliate marketing through DigitalGyd. Okay. But if we talk about other blogs, we have regional blogs. I have partnered with a friend in his regional blog that gets like over 10 million views a month. Okay. And so sorry, 1 million views. I'm sorry. It is over about 1 million views a month. So their ads work since it's a regional blog. But if you're specifically asking about DigitalGyd, there is only affiliate marketing. And I think I will venture into own digital products, but not anytime soon.
Okay, and what kind of products you are promoting through DigitalGyd.com?
Since ours is a blogging and digital marketing blog, so we promote basically tools, keyword research tools like SEMrush, or hosting, and other blogging tools like themes and plugins. Yes.
Okay.
That's what works for us now.
Okay. Now coming to the next question. So are you using any tool to improve the conversions for your blog, or any social media specific tool basically?
Social media specific tools? No, not right now. But tools for conversion is, I used to have heavily rely upon page builders to make my page more conversion optimized and good looking for UX. But recently I have switched away from page builders because these are just creating another mess in the HTML of the site. Plus they are unreliable. So yes, you can use custom HTML elements if you want, and custom code. I think having your page with a different UI, with a different unique way of presentation of content helps you boost somewhere your rankings on Google. That is what I personally believe in. And if you have a page, if you have an important page, try to use a unique layout for it. May that be no sidebar layout, or a unique HTML structure, like having a different content boxes, and it will help. That is what I use personally to boost conversions.
Okay, Swadhin, this video is very long, so we have to just finish it. So I'm coming with the last question for this intro.
Sure.
Sure. So do you have any tips or any advice for those guys who are interested in getting into content marketing or who want to start a blog? So any advice or any tips for that?
For those who want to get into content marketing or blogging, I would just say go ahead, don't hesitate, because blogging is booming right now, and it's a great way to earn money, to have financial freedom, and to use the expertise to help others. Blogging has given me identity, and I think you can use it. You don't need to be expert in something. If you start your blog right now, I think there is a beautiful guide on your blog. You please link it on the description section to start a blog.
Sure.
There's a guide on BloggersPassion. You can search BloggersPassion, how to start a blog in 5 minutes, and you can go through it. It will help you launch a blog in an affordable way. Plus, it also you don't need to be an expert. You will find eventually, gradually, you will find your niche. Gradually, you will find your expertise, and it will grow. Perfection is not always required. Just start.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Swadhin, for being part of our intro series.
Yeah, it was great to be a part of your interview series. I'm lucky to have interacted with your audience.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Swadhin, for being part of our intro series. So, guys, we'll keep on coming with more educational videos with other experts. And so, if you're liking our videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get notification for all the future videos. And next time, we'll be coming with a interesting video on golden keyword ratio, which will help you rank for loads of long tail keywords. So it's going to be really helpful for those guys who are just starting a blog or who want to make money from amazing kind of affiliate websites. So till then, goodbye. Thanks a lot for watching.